How's it going, Gremlins? I got a bunch of parts for the car, so I figured we'd do an unboxing and see what I got. So the lighting's not the best where the camera's at. I'm just trying to make do. So I figured we can go through some of this stuff and see what we got, because honestly I'm not even sure what I ordered at this point. So let's start with the little one first. Oh, where's the opening for this, by the way? This looks to be my pulley wheel, I believe. Goes in the flywheel. I don't know if I get a good lighting shot on it. Not in the flywheel. The front pulley wheel, harmonic balancer, whatever you want to call it where you are. Brand new one of these. Engine I found did not have one on it. We got a water pump kit. Once again, engine, pretty rough shape. Needs some timing components. So this kit comes with a brand new water pump from D&J. Looks like it's domestic and Japanese. Brand name. Seem fairly reputable. Oh, let's see what we got. Looks like a bunch of seals. So engine component seals of different bits and pieces. 3, 4. Those. Looks like we got a gasket and a couple strips, some weather strips or something like that. So some gaskets and such. I don't know if you can see them. Cover. Everyone's favorite, some bubble wrap. Looks to be the timing belt. Yeah, should be the timing belt. Bubble wrap. And then this should be the pump. There goes a toe. Yeah. Looks like we got the water pump. All nice and shiny. New. Taped together. Say, brand new water pump. Say, should be good to go, hopefully. Looks like we got a pulley. Say this is like the tensioner pulley for the timing belt, minus the spring. And then another pulley of some nature, I'm sure something to ride along the timing belt. So it all looks like it's fairly good, nice, easy movements. Should have made a spot for trash. I'll stick you off this side. So I don't see the spring in here. Yeah, no spring, so I'll just see hopefully if I got one. Hopefully I do. Let's put you back in there. So I get that in the motor here soon, hopefully. We also have a shifter. I know what this one is. I haven't opened up yet though. Maybe. There we go. So short shifter, source of transmission. Unfortunately, like most transmissions, they are missing the shifter and the linkage, bushings and stuff. So figure if I'm gonna replace it, might as well go short throw. Hopefully I like it. I'll find out. So it looks like we got the bracket that bolts on along with the piece down the middle. The shifter assembly itself. Whoever made this tape needs a raise. Gosh, can't even cut through it. Let's say nice aluminum, metal, probably steel shifter assembly. So I'll need to get a ball for the top, but so that should slide inside of that. Let's open it up and look at it. So along with a gold little vanity ring for it. So maybe you don't slide inside of there. Maybe you're just up for the top. I'm not positive. I'd have to look at it. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that slides inside of there. So then this piece must go down on the bottom here. Probably the locking ring maybe that rides him, or on the top. Something like that maybe. Maybe the other way around. We'll see when I get it together, I guess. And then some nuts, bolts, some hardware. Looks like a spring cap of some nature. I'm sure that probably goes on top of the ball, be my guess. Like I said, we'll see when we get onto the transmission, see how that looks. Oh, I believe, let's see, mid and lower engine timing belt covers. Found these on Amazon, like 20 bucks. They're, looks like just cheap plastic, but once again, engine I sourced, which I don't know if I have posted that video yet. By the time you see this, maybe not. It's missing a lot of the stuff on it. I do have a second engine coming. One of my friends found a Mazda, another Miata out of state. He's got some parts coming off it that he won't need, so we're gonna try and mishmash the stuff I found along with the stuff he found, and hopefully we can make 2 running cars. So looks like it goes together something along this lines, give or take. Yeah, something like that. Not the best, but yeah, you get the general idea. Still missing the upper one, but the bottom one should cover most of the stuff on it. Comes with some timing marks on it also. Once again, it's just cheap plastic, but something in the short term to cover the motor, keep it protected. Any debris, dust, and goodies out of it once I get everything put on. Little vanity pieces, more or less. And then the big box, which is the one that's more or less holding up the majority of the project. Where is the top of it? I guess it doesn't matter. There's the top. That's the bottom. Looks like this is the top. Try to be gentle. This is the wiring harness for the inside of the car, because the one I got is butchered. The quote-unquote ready to go and functioning and just needs a motor and transmission is a lie. It is not ready to go. It is not just needing a motor and a transmission. It needs a lot of things. So I got this off eBay, off a nice wonderful seller. Hopefully this is everything I need. Looks like it should be all of that and more. Yeah, so whole wire harness. Looks like it's still got the grommets and stuff attached to it on both ends over here and there. To go through the car, should be the lights, everything. Does have the fuse box attached, which mine is completely cut up. So that's another positive there, along with some of the relays and stuff are still on here. So I'm gonna put this bad boy back in here. It is not light at all. Much heavier than I was expecting it to be. Ooh, almost lost it. So hopefully, once I get the garage sorted with all the parts and stuff, I've been making lots of parts runs lately, trying to get parts sourced. I believe I have a majority of the stuff so far. I think I'll still need the plug wires, God, I'm brain farting. The coil packs, there we go. Plug wires, coil packs I'll still need. Coolant hoses for the radiator. I still gotta go through the one bin and see if those are in there. I haven't had time. So still things we're sourcing here and there. I am gonna end up having a bunch of parts. So if you live local to me, I'm not gonna tell you where that is, but you may check Marketplace here in a month or so, and there may be a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, one of the friends I work with, we went and sourced him a car. Once again, cheap $500 car. Completely tore apart, stripped down. The guy he bought it off was making a race car, got out of it, so it's a fully stripped Miata. So he's probably going to try and source a lot of the extra stuff I have. I've got extra center consoles, the main console, and it goes across the dash, all that, along with a few bits and bobs I sourced from someone else. So he may pick up some of that stuff and try to consolidate it, get a couple cars going on. Right now the plan is to do some autocross and stuff, so I'm sure as things go on, there'll be more boxes to open, more to show you, and kind of more in-depth details to go. So on that note, thank you guys for watching. So if you want to see how this project goes, consider liking, subscribing, following Instagram or YouTube. I am trying to do TikTok, attempt it, so we'll see how that goes. But everything should be under Speed Gremlins. If you can't find me, comment in the videos, and I will attempt to post the links to them in the videos, and vice versa on Instagram, put the YouTube. So I'll see you guys later.